All right, the shudder has returned in a big way. So here is the odometer reading right now, just shy of 31,000 miles with the instant Shudder Fixx, and this thing is shuddering like you wouldn't believe. Well, to tell you the truth, I am surprised that it lasted this long. I'm concerned, I'm worried, but I'm not upset. I'm glad I tried it. So I can't call it at 31,000 miles because I didn't quite make it. I'm about 120 miles away. Now, it's not currently doing the shudder, which is really strange, but it was shuddering like crazy early this morning at like 5:30 in the morning. This thing was shuddering like mad, and actually it's doing it right now. So the shudder has returned, gave me over 30,000 miles of worry-free driving with the transmission. But now I have this mysterious check engine light, which is saying a fuel-air imbalance, whatever that means. I plugged up my Blue Driver, of course, and I got a code. I'm going to post that code up on the screen. But that's it. The shudder has returned. I'm going to stop and get some more instant Shudder Fixx, and I'm going to put another tube in there. It's going to be the second tube I put in it, but I waited until the shudder returned. So let's see what happens when I put another tube of instant Shudder Fixx in here. Will it get rid of the shudder once and for all, or will I end up just having to take this thing in and have them work the torque converter? Only time will tell. I wanted to take it into the shop, but this is an urgent matter. I've got customers to pick up, and I don't want them seeing a check engine light, and let alone having this thing shudder while I'm driving them, which it's doing right now. So, oh well, it couldn't last forever. But in summary, instant Shudder Fixx allowed me to drive this transmission for 30,000 plus miles without having to worry about my issues. Now here we are a little over a year later, and it's time. It's time to make a decision on what I'm going to do. Replace the torque converter, replace the whole transmission altogether, which is probably a better idea. Only time will tell. Oh, and of course, I forgot. Will adding another tube of instant Shudder Fixx put this thing on ice for another 30,000 miles? Because if it does that, then I'll be able to drive this thing for one more year, save up money, and make my transition to another vehicle. I don't know. Those things remain to be seen, because I don't want to give anybody this problem, even if I'm trading it in. So I'm in a real tough spot because I have a conscience, and I don't want to just go and take this thing and trade it in, like get the transmission straight and trade it in. But at the same time, if I end up not being able to solve the problem with the instant Shudder Fixx, I don't want to invest in another transmission for this vehicle and then just get rid of it. I might as well keep driving it and let it pay for itself again. So I'm really in a tough spot right now. I mean, the vehicle is, technically it's 6 years old, because people don't care. Once you roll into 2022, then they're going to see this as a 7-year-old vehicle, which technically it is, unless you're talking about the 2018 Lincoln Navigator, which did not come out until the second quarter, or they didn't start shipping it until the second quarter of 2018. So, but this vehicle was actually manufactured toward the end of 2014. But all that is just nerdy stuff that doesn't really matter. What matters right now is, how am I going to handle this situation and move forward, and will I be able to do it with instant Shudder Fixx or not? Okay, I just walked out of AutoZone and got another tube of instant Shudder Fixx. Going to see about putting this in right now today, and we'll see if that helps the problem again, and find out what the check engine light is all about. Make sure that it's a fuel air imbalance. Probably just give it a quick tune up, replace the spark plug, stuff like that, and go from there. Okay, so this time I'm going to do it myself. I'll roll up under here. Got to take the, you know what I'm talking about. I got to remove this stuff, and then I'll get started. All right, people, so you don't go through what I just went through. This here, when you're trying to loosen this up, what you want to do, and this is a dog bone that I'm using, you want to turn it this way, you see? Now I know you're probably thinking, duh, but this thing was so tight, I couldn't quite figure out if I was doing the right thing. So you want to make sure that you're going this way, okay? Okay? Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, remember? So this is it. I'm going to take this out and check it and add the instant shutter fix. And there's the dipstick, just so you can see what it looks like. Made a nice little noise when I went to pull it out there. I know that didn't sound right, but anyway, there you have it. Here's the odometer reading for the failed edition of Instant Shutter Fix. Things did not work out the way I planned. Well, ultimately I planned not to have to add another bottle of Instant Shutter Fix, but it doesn't matter anyway because I couldn't get the bottle to go into the transmission. I would have filmed it for you, but I ended up getting Instant Shutter Fix all over me. And I got frustrated and just put everything back together. And I think if I'm lucky, I may have gotten about, I think I barely got half of that. I don't even think I got 1 ounce of Instant Shutter Fix to go into the transmission. What I should have done is I should have taken a couple of ounces out with like a syringe or something and then added the Instant Shutter Fix. I screwed up by not doing that, but I didn't know. Now it's lesson learned. I haven't felt the shutter yet, but I haven't gotten up to a speed to where I can test that for you. I will, and we'll find out right now because I've got a lot of driving to do. I've got a good 120 miles of driving in front of me, if not more. And I've got a bunch of gnats in the car right now. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's pretty disheartening. I'm trying to figure out what to do next, but I don't want to take this series and these videos in a direction of where I'm like always whining. I just want to find a solution to my problem, and I know what that solution is, and while everyone may not agree with it, I know what needs to be done. So I will do it. I always stand behind my word, and I will do what needs to be done to remedy this situation. So yep, I'll give you guys more updates, let you know how this is going, let you know how long this transmission will go until it completely fails, and then we'll just take everything from there. Okay, so I've been driving for a little bit over 20 minutes, and I'm at 181 degrees Fahrenheit. The vehicle was shuddering pretty bad, like it was getting worse and worse yesterday. Now it's not shuddering. So I don't know what to attribute that to, because it is also 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And a couple of mornings ago when the shutter returned, it was a rather cold morning. It was about 48 or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And that seems to play a little bit into this whole shuttering thing. It, like, the vehicle sat for about 6 weeks. I started driving it on a night that was a rather cool night. It wasn't like super hot, but it was, I don't know. Guys, I'm just so, like, you know, I'm at such a crossroads with this vehicle right now. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, I'm at 185 degrees Fahrenheit now. It's 75 degrees Fahrenheit outside. There is no shutter. The shutter has gone away once again. Not sure when it's going to come back. I'm not sure if that close to an ounce of Instant Shutter Fix is going to hang in there and keep this thing from shuttering again until I no longer have to deal with it. I don't know. But that's what's happening right now. I'll give you another report after I do this long drive. I have a very, like I said, once again, I have a long drive ahead of me to Cartersville from the airport. And that's going to be a really good test. Like, after I do that drive and come back to Atlanta, I'm going to have another 100 miles on the odometer, and that's going to let me know what the score really is, what it truly is with this vehicle. So we'll see. All right. here's where we are for today. I've done quite a bit of driving and the car is idled quite a bit. The temperature today, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, it was a little bit warmer. It felt like earlier, it felt like it was maybe pushing 70 degrees Fahrenheit. But anyway, here's what we're really looking for right here. I added some more instant Shudder Fixx at 141,363 miles. The shutter has not returned yet. Hopefully it won't come back at all. So there you have it. I put maybe an ounce of instant Shudder Fixx in the transmission. Obviously it was completely full of fluid. Some of it got all over the ground, some of it got all over me. But either way, what little I put in that transmission, in this transmission, has worked. Again, I don't know how long it will work. I will keep you guys posted. I don't know what else to say right now. All I can say is that the shutter is totally and completely gone, and it is a relief because I just don't need this constant game of whack-a-mole with the navigator issues that I'm having. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So I'm going to move on and deal with this oxygen sensor situation. Apparently both oxygen sensors need to be replaced. So I'm going to do that and keep you guys updated. But now we've basically hit the reset button at 31,000 miles. So I'm going to go back to giving you guys these updates again. Hopefully this time it'll keep quiet for longer. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm thinking about pulling some fluid out, maybe extract 2 ounces or 3 ounces of fluid. 2 ounces. I'll extract 2 ounces and then put another fresh bottle of instant Shudder Fixx in there and see if that makes it even better. But like I said, putting it that little bit in there, it's running like new again. It's just that quick, and it was instant too. It was just an instant thing, and it was seriously, it was ramping back up. It wasn't back to where it was, but the shutter was getting worse and worse and worse by the mile. And I was like, oh no, 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 I don't want to put another transmission in this car. And fortunately, I've got a little bit more time. I don't know how much time though now, because like, this is a little bit of a nail biter, because I don't know when it's going to come back, when it's going to strike again, if it'll get to a point to where I can't keep it from happening at all, and then I just have to take it in and take the transmission out. Because been looking around at replacement vehicles and people, the prices, first of all, replacement SUVs, luxury SUVs, it's scarce. It's very scarce right now, and the prices are ridiculous. I can't do that. It's really, really bad. And I am so sorry. Where are my manners? Once again, I apologize to everyone if I haven't been saying, for the times that I have not said this in every video. But if you have any issues with your transmissions and you've used instant Shudder Fixx and you have some stories you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. I'll have another video out to you soon. Thank you.